Hello, beautiful, beautiful ascending ones. How's it hanging? Planet Earth, in this incarnation that you've chosen, every twist and turn written. Where is your destiny headed? Where are your thoughts taking you? What timeline? So the work recently that has been really poignant in my world, I mean, I do a lot of inner child work for myself and others. And recently it's been really honing in on the teenage self. That teenage self that if you're a soul that incarnated into a very abusive unit, and that can be all levels, it doesn't really matter. There's massive subtleties in that and blatancies in that. And it's our teenager is the first part of us that actually rescues us and takes us away from the war-torn energetics, the neglected energetics, and takes us, leads us into what feels safe to us. That's safety. And that might be suicide. That might be drugs. But that teenage part of us is that first rebellion of the programming that we incarnate here on planet Earth at this time to change. And how many of us in that rebellious teenager, then we have to go into the conformity. The conformity of going with the programming. And now it's like the energetics of all the baby boomers coming into the X-Gen, and the X-Gen being the punks and the rebellion. The baby boomers being the 60s, the first wave of the love, free love, and the first knowing. But then the children born out of that, and the being punks, and then the baby boomers, some of them stayed in that free love in their journeys of their twists and turns through that, but many had to conform to what they were trying to fight against. And so the rebellion against the programming still goes on. And this matrix energy is just hiding the fact that we're just looping the same thing. And so as the teenage self comes in, that's the truest one that has control of where the spacesuit, where the incarnation goes. And many don't survive out of that bit. Or they get out of that and they go into their Saturn return, and it's just like even more crazy. But what I've been working on and realizing is the fact that the teenage self is governing and leading most of the world, but we're rebelling and not knowing what we're rebelling at, and fighting against something. And if we're not attuned to Gaia's green bits and her blue bits, then we're going to be fighting a cause like blindly, and it's not about the fight anymore. And it's not about the rebellion is the rest. The rebellion is the rest out of the teenager, in the programmed world, the matrix world, where we were made to go to school, ripped out of bed in the morning. You got to get up, you got to study. What are you going to amount to? Nothing. What are you doing this? Why are you playing music? Why are you doing this? And why are you... Art will get you nowhere. Being in the circus, bloody good, join the circus. I still haven't joined the circus, by the way. Could have done. I am my own circus. And ringmaster. So that is the energetics of that teenage self. We govern ourselves for the first time, and wherever in the realms of the matrix, it's either good or bad, but essentially it's the rebellion. And so it's the rebellion of the body. And what the body wants out of something, out, numbing ourselves out. And we're trying to not numb ourselves, but actually that numbing created safety to stay on planet Earth, you know? So working through that teenage self in a manner that is coming from the heart. I chased love. And apparently it was a wrong kind of love. It was the forbidden love. And it's got me in so much trouble. And all I wanted to do was love. Because we incarnated into this realm to experience the divine love on earth. The Romeo and Juliet energetics that always gets killed or kills itself. The teenage love that we always hold on, but then we're told that's not real, that's not real. Or in our minds, and the seed is planted in our minds, if we get hurt, we suppress it, we suppress it, we suppress it. What were your teenage dreams? And how many of the dreams as a teenager are you living? The greatest one for me is because I followed my heart. I get to live in nature now. And rest. My biggest rebellion is rest. Can you imagine if every single human being on this planet today, now, said that's it, I'm done, I'm resting, I'm stopping. The whole world would crumble, but the whole world would change into a more truer space of peace. No longer fighting others' battles, because that was the other teenage thing. When we got into a teenage self, we started seeing the bullying. And we started helping others. We started fighting other people's battles. The empathic part of us started to shine and knew what its job was, to end the war, end the fear and bring in peace. And now we come in to planet Earth where if we're helping other people and not looking at our own stuff, it will get shown to us. Are you helping tidy somebody else's mess? Is the blood that is spilling from your body for your fight for something or for another's? When you're tidying somebody else's mess, are you making other people feel guilty that they aren't helping you fight another person's mess? Are you being a lamb at the slaughter, defending your butchers? Ask yourselves that question. When all you want to do is rest and love. That teenage self was the first self that showed us what divine love is and self-love. And that teenage self is being so infiltrated right now in the schools in which we put them in. It's dark. What we are programming the children now. And so the rebellion is even more loud now. It's seen. And many teenagers are not making it. Well, most of them are being labelled to fit into a box that they still won't fit in. And so at 50 years old, I feel that I have come to that point in my life where many of the dreams I had as a child, as a teenager, I'm living now. Because I followed my heart. And my heart was connected to Gaia and all her green bits and her blue bits. And now on planet Earth, her brown bits and all the death and decay that happens in this fall, autumn. And in this time, we're watching it fall. Everything is falling. What in your life is falling for truth to come forward? When are we gonna give up the lie and follow that dream that we always had? That dream of love. That dream of space. That dream of rest. What is your body screaming out for still? The screams are starting to turn into disease now. The cells have had enough. The body shuts down. So if you don't kill yourself, the body will terminate you. We have free will choice as human beings in every incarnation, in every moment. Nobody to blame, nothing to complain about. Pure gratitude within one's heart now is the truest path. And we all felt that as teenagers, or prior. The magic of love and planet Earth, nature. Yeah, mamulo, asa babali. Yeah, mabali lo. Yeah, mamali lo, kitty tele daddy lo. Yeah, mamala. Yeah, mabasi kitty lay. Yeah, but mamale, tikitile dali dalla nala me. Yeah, mamale kitty, titile kia daddy lo. Yeah, mamalo was he at chile dalano. Yeah, my party kitty chile kia de dalile. Hey, yeah, mama, the tickety delida. Yalide, yeah. Haux Haux. In your faces, in your teenage rebellious faces. Go live your dreams. I dare you. I love you. Mwah.